Hi everyone, and thanks so much for joining me today for this Reiki meditation. The meditation that we're going to do today is called Joshin Kokyu Ho, which basically means focusing the mind on the breath. And we know that when we sit down to meditate, there's a lot of thoughts that come through the mind. And if you're new to meditation, know that this is perfectly normal. A lot of people think that when you sit down to meditate, immediately your mind is supposed to be quiet. And that's just not the case. Our mind is made to think, have different feelings and emotions. The thing that we don't want to do is try to get caught up in the web of the thinking and just have an awareness that we're going to thinking, going to thoughts. And I'm going to help you with that as we go through the meditation today. So we are going to begin, we are going to do the meditation Joshin Kokyu Ho, and at the end of the meditation, we're also going to do just a little tiny bit of Self-Reiki, kind of an introduction into that. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with bringing our hands together. The two hands coming together at the heart space is called Gasho, and we bring the hands together to remember to bring ourselves into presence, to feel the two hands touching. Remember that the two hands coming together also represents oneness, our oneness with all things. And it's also an opportunity for us to set an intention for our practice. So when we set an intention, it can be as simple as you ask that Reiki flows exactly where it needs to go. So just setting that intention for yourself now. And then allowing the hands to float back down into the lap with the palms up, just being receptive and open. And with this meditation, we are going to focus on the breath, and we're going to focus on the breath coming in through the nose. And we can focus on the breath, thinking about that love and light of Reiki. And we can think of it as a white light or whatever color feels right for you, that feels healing. And bringing that light all the way into the lower belly. On the in-breath and on the out-breath, thinking about that light flowing out through every single part of your being. So just breathing in and breathing out. And by now your mind has probably already taken off in another direction. And so we gently and kindly just bring our attention back to the breath. There's no judgment about the thoughts or judgment about our practice as being good or bad. We just have a moment of awareness where we're going to thoughts, and then we come back to the breath. So we're breathing in that healing and loving energy of Reiki all the way into the lower belly. And on the out breath, allowing that energy to expand. Breathing in and breathing out. And if it's helpful for you to stay focused, you can say to yourself, breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. And breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. And you'll notice that as you go throughout your practice, there will be little moments of quietness in the mind. And the more that we practice, the more those little moments expand. And just breathing in that loving and healing energy into the lower belly. And on the out breath, letting that expand. Breathing in and breathing out. And continuing to breathe in this loving and healing energy, breathing it in and out. Now I'd like you to just bring your hands to the heart space. And the hands don't have to be placed in a specific way. They can be placed on top of each other or fingertips touching. It's really whatever feels right for you. And just thinking about this loving and tender energy flowing throughout the hands into the heart space. And maybe you feel sensations in the hands. Sometimes people feel some warmth, tingling. This is another way to bring the mind into a quiet space, is just by noticing what you're experiencing with your practice. Still breathing in and breathing out. Again, when the mind wanders, just bringing it back again and again to the breath, the healing in breath and out breath, or to the sensation of the hands touching the heart. And all these practices are intended to quiet the mind, bring a sense of peacefulness into the body. Still breathing in and breathing out. If the hands get tired, you can bring them back down into the lap again. Or again, keep them on the heart space. Breathing in and breathing out. In the beginning, it can feel like nothing's happening with our practice. And that's where trust comes in. We just trust that this loving and healing energy of Reiki is flowing. And just allow it to be as it is. And sounds will come and go. This is perfectly normal. This is life, the sounds of life. And then we just redirect our attention back onto the breath. And then we're going to bring the hands back into Gassho position, the two hands touching in front of the heart. Taking one nice deep in-breath and out-breath. Once again, sending that breath into the lower belly, the hara. We can give thanks for our practice. Thank you for taking this time out for yourself today, creating this space of healing. And you can open your eyes. And I thank you all for sharing your practice with me today. Have a great week.